Episode 26 of Haruhi, coming off production of a movie. Where do we find ourselves going now? Wrapping up an arc with only a few to go. I don't really know if we're going to go into a full arc here, even something mini. I think we're probably going to get a bunch of one-off episodes, and I'm just excited to venture into those and see what we get. My apologies if the voice or whatever goes on here sounds or comes off a little bit different. I've been sick the past week and a half. It's been bad. We're slowly getting over it, but I'm still just in a rough state here. So I'm gonna try to record it, power on through this. Check out the Patreon for early access and timers for more of the series and other things that we are watching. If you like this at all, hit the like and subscribe. They do mean a lot to me. Feel free to stick around for our discussion, leave any comments for this series. Let's get going with the 26th episode of Haruhi. This is a 2006 episode?
頭の中身が年中調子外れな監督兼プロデューサーによる間の抜けたシュールレアリスム映画も徹夜の編集作業で一応の完成を見て俺たち SOS 団の面々は平和な文化祭初日を迎えていた。
Good for y'all.
幸いにも細かい交渉や宣伝活動などは春日が自ら率先して行っており、とはいえ一つだけ看過できない重要な使命があったわけだが
You gotta go visit Mikuru. I'm gonna be really interested to go check out the order that I watched it in versus when they aired. I'll look at it after I finish. But I honestly wasn't anticipating another one of these episodes this late into the series. So the fact that we get two in a row is curious. Especially because the way they start it makes you think this is where episode 2 almost would be. Direct follow-up.
長門と小泉朝比奈さんはそれぞれクラスの企画にしっかり従事していた。
あなたは5分15秒後にソフトクリームを買って5分28秒後にそれを足
Alright, Yuki, set
6秒後に看板に頭をぶつけその際彼女と交錯して転倒
A little too specific.
長門、ほどほどにしとけよ。占いと予言は違う。
Right, right.
今我々は自然から遠く離れたいわば超自然の中にいるの。
Seems like he's remembering.
例えば6匹のネズミがいたとします。
なんだこりゃ。どこで笑えばいいのか教えながら演じてくれ。
3の3のおでんも良かったね。
2の5のチョコバナナ。あれチョコレートずいぶんケチってたよな。
Just go around and judge everyone.
今日は食べ歩きだね。
Right. Part of the fun.
俺のコスプレ喫茶行こうか。割に合わねえな。
不服なら来るな。とっとと帰れ。
いやしかし朝比奈さんのコスプレ
I have to see.
映画の時みたいなピチピチミニスカのウェイトレスなのかな。
下劣な春日のセンスと一緒にするな。クラス有志による手作りウェイトレス衣装か。楽しみだ。
やあ、キョン君とその友達たちこっちこっちいらっしゃい。3名様
Yeah, just skip everyone.
の衣装目がさ似合ってると思う。
I like it.
どうにゃら
それはもう
I think they do too.
格安の材料で作ったヘタピ焼きそばなのにこんだけ客が集まるんだからもうボロ儲けだよ。
Right. By we're in demand, it's you guys that are selling it. Doesn't matter if the food's good.
あそこが最後尾。並んだ。料金先払いでよろしく。ちなみにメニューは焼きそばと水だけですね。焼きそば一つ300円。水道水はタダで飲み放題。
じ
Almost.
ゃあこれで。
3人だよね。じゃあ全部で500円でいいや。大サービス。
Wow.
古谷さんの言うチャランというのは約30分ほどだったらしく。
Alright, so we did have to wait on the line.
店内にたどり着いた。
いらっしゃいませ。
100万ドルの夜景もびっくりなまばゆい極上ウェイトレスの登場だ。
Won't remember, but sure.
なるほど。写真撮影なんか許したらえらい騒ぎだろう。グッドデザイン賞を差し上げたくなるほどの衣装だ。それをティーンズファッション誌の表紙を飾りそうな2人が着こなしているのだからそう韓国に極まれりだぜ。
ミクルは食券の潜り役なのさ。あとは皿下げる役と水つぐ役ね。焼きそば持たせたらケツまずいてひっくり返しそうだしさ。
Likely.
よくわかっていらっしゃる。
Right. I think everyone got that part.
早すぎる客の回転に煽られて焼きそばをものの5分くらいで書き込んだ俺たちは食った気もしないまま店を後にした。
だ
Damn.
からどうする？僕はキョンたちの作った映画が見たいな。
No, 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 no.
作ってるかも確認したいしさ。
あんなもん別に見たくもね。
その意見には同感だが、お前には
Right, you saying that makes me want you to watch it.
じゃ全然足りん。次
Gotta go sample some other stuff.
バーベキューパーティーだな。
まだ食うのかよ。
ただその前に、ナンパしようぜナンパ。
Great idea.
私服の女が狙い目でな。3人ぐらい固まってる連中に声をかけたら意外にホイホイついてくる。俺の経験によって知り得た法則だ。
You've
成功率は
experienced?
ほぼゼロの経験則が何の役に立つんだ。遠慮する。お前ら二人でやってろ。
あ、僕もよしとかよ。一人でやってみて、成功したらその相手の
Right, do all the work and then let me know.
お前ら根性なしだな。
根性なしとかではない。ナンパしてるところを特定の誰かに見られたら困ることになりそうだとか、そのつまりだな。まあ、せいぜい文化財を楽しめ。普通にな。
What are they doing in the background there? Did I see that correct?
さてと、どこへ行こうか。
I should have brought his sister. Not in front of the lady recording. There you go. A lonely day without anybody. That's what they were doing. Does she know? Does she know how to play? Uh-oh. It's raining, so it's gonna force everybody in to see it. Oh no, this is about to be bad. Just gonna hit the jump start pose. Spin around. Sounds great. Not as expected. Or like anybody else. Where did they cook this from? Yeah, this is, I'm with you, dude. This is insane. Only quality performance. I haven't been paying enough attention to the lyrics, I'm not gonna lie. Let me lock in. The emotion. This is great. I just don't know where the fuck we pulled this from. It need more context. I guess sometimes even if you think you know someone, you don't know them.
うまいですね、Suzumiyaさん。長門さんもですけど。
なんだその格好は。
急いで馳せ参じたもので、
So
生徒会で噂になっていたんです。Suzumiyaさんの行動で何かしでかすらしいと。
それがこれか。
えのつです。バンドメンバーの名字、榎本中西岡島財前。その頭文字を取ってえのつってことらしいんだけど、残念ながら事情があって、今日このステージには榎本さんと中西さんはいません。私とそこのユキは代理で、本当のメンバーじゃないってわけ。ごめんね。
Oh.
じゃあ正式なメンバーから紹介するね。ドラムの水木。それからベースの舞。
I like when they do intros like this.
そして臨時のメンバー、ギターのユキ。臨時ボーカルが私、 も代役が務まっているか自信ないわ。初めて楽譜見てから本番まで1時間しかなかったからぶっつけなの。
Okay.
じゃあもう1曲。時間がなくて2曲しか用意できなかったの。だからこれがラスト。
That was already more than enough.
みんな思いっきり演奏するから聞いてね。じゃあ行きます。ラストマイミュージック。
Damn. I like his horns in the background.
校門で映画のビラ巻いてて亡くなったから部室に戻ろうとしたのよ。
I'm glad we get this.
この辺りで北高裁実行委員とあのバンドがステージに立つとか立たせないとかで揉めてたの。
Right, hence the outfit and everything.
本番前日に扁桃炎で入
Damn.
院。ギターの中西さんが当日学校で転んで手首をくじいて2人が演奏不可能になったのよね。中西さんは
Unfair to the others,
最
though.
後の北高裁だから死んでも出たかったみたい。
Yeah.
曲もオリジナルだしね。でもその時の中西さん見てたらしょうがないかって感じ。ただこれじゃ演奏できる残りのメンバーがかわいそうじゃない。この日のために必死で練習してたのよ。それで私こう言ったのは、なんだったら代わりに出ようか。
Right, if I can do something, who am I to not?
のメンバーも
歌だけならって言ったの。そしたら岡島さんも財前さんもあなたならできるかもって。私軽音楽部に仮入部してた時もあったし、覚えてくれてたのかしら。
春日の鬼人変人
I do remember you're good at everything.
何でもこなすスーパーユーティリティプレイヤー
Yeah.
校内に名が轟いているからな。
The perfect
本当は
sub.
ギターもまとめて弾いたらよかったんだけど時間がなかったもんね。楽譜をさらわなきゃいけないし、コードを押さえるだけで精一杯。
そこで長とか
I mean, she just knows how to do things.
理由を言ったらすぐについてきてくれたわ。知ってた？ユキって意外に器用なのよ。譜面を一度さっと眺めただけで完璧に弾いたわよ。どこでギターなんか習ってたのか、ね。
I wonder.
多分お前に言われた瞬間にさ。
お客さんが来てるよ。
Downloaded the files right away.
鈴宮さんに。
A fan club. Shy of the
言
attention?
ってやれ。
ちょっと一緒に来て。扁桃炎はもういいの？
Oh, I thought it was a whole. It's just the members.
ありがとう、鈴宮さん。
すごいんだよ。全部あなたのおかげ。これで私たちの曲を無駄にせずに済んだ。本当に感謝してる。さすがは鈴宮さんね。軽音としては北高裁が最後の思い出だし自分でやりたかったけど、でも棄権するより何倍も良かった。
そう。それよりユキに言ってあげて。あの子は私が無理やりやらせちゃったんだし。さっき言ってきた。一回うなずいてこのクラスを指さしただけだったけど。そう。
あ、
Sounds like her.
どっかでライブやるつもりだからよかったら見に来てね。そちらの
Let's get with your boyfriend over here.
春日はそれからずっと複雑そうな面持ちで。
いやーマジで文化祭にはろくな女が来てなかった。
Brother.
俺が思うにこの高校は立地条件が悪すぎるぜ。もっと平地にねえと人が来ねえ。
飯の後なんだか無性に腹ごなしの散歩をしたくなった。いや特に意味などない。
何よ。
That's what we should be asking you.
時間なくて簡単なアレンジに変えちゃったからね。本物が聞きたいのは当然でしょ。
MD 希望者の話か。
そう。
でもぶっつけにしてはなかなかの演奏だったな。いい宣伝にはなったんじゃないか。
あと1日あったらしっかりした準備ができたのにね。あんなのでよかったのかなって少しは思うけど、なんていうの、今自分は何かをやってるっていう感じがした。なんか落ち着かないのよね。なんでかしら。
俺が知るわけないだろう。それはな、お前が人から感謝されることに慣れていないからなのさ。
I mean, she froze up instantly when they came.
何よ、なんか言いたいことがあんのなら言いなさいよ。どうせろくなことじゃないんでしょうけど、黙って溜め込むのは精神に悪いわよ。
別になんも。
ねえ、あんたなんか
I have an idea. We could do something.
でもなるわ。なんだってあと1年も時間があるんだからね。
Aw.
おいおい。
来年の文化祭、私たちもバンドで参加しましょうよ。私がボーカル、ユキがギターで、ミクルちゃんはタンバリンでも持たせてステージの飾りになってくれればいいわよ。
いやいやいや。
もちろん映画の
She really likes the idea of just being a part of things with people.
やっぱ目標数値は常に昨年対比を上回らないといけないのよ。
待て待て。
行くわよ、キャン。
え、どこに？
機材をもらいによ。
We got so much to
部
do.
室に行けば待ってるのがなんか落ちてるわ。それに中西さんたちに作曲法とか聞いとかないと。安心しなさい。作詞作曲プロデュースは私がやってあげるから。
Her mind moves faster rate than anybody.
1年なんてあっという間よ。
Right, that's barely any time.
いるの。私たちは新しいバンドを作り上げるのよ。
バンドとアイドルをごっちゃにしてるだけじゃ。
That's really cute. And the 26th episode comes to a close, weirdly fitting itself in like it makes perfect sense in the sense of like we were building towards a festival that then occurs, that we then have some unresolved things that we need to address and get to at some later point in regards to like Mikuru and the things that we set up in regards to that, but not something I was really anticipating or expecting, I think, to show up, which is welcomed. And I actually really like that. The thing that's, I think, more so throwing me off is the idea that this is included within the original, and them getting that potentially super early into the series. It feels so weird. It feels so weird to me, as I was expecting the remaining of these episodes to probably just be ones from the second season version that they ended up getting. So I think that's such a strange thing that I wasn't expecting personally, and welcome surprise in a way too. I think more so welcome just because the episode itself is fantastic, but a little like off-putting too, because like I wasn't expecting us to revert back down towards this. I think this episode's awesome though, like really, really, really cool. I like the idea that we're able to take like more subtle sort of moments or subtle sort of things instead of like resorting to things like aliens and espers and time travelers and whatever else and all these like big gigantic things that are otherworldly that Haruhi's essentially looking for, and we're seeking out through all these episodes to cure that sense of boredom or to find that sense of fulfillment almost within her life that she is capable of finding simply through something like this, right? By simply being proactive enough and bold enough to just willingly take someone's hand or take up an opportunity to do something, to jump on stage, to capture the audience themselves, and be able to put on some sort of performance like this, to be the thing that lingers, that it gives this head start to this potential other group, to be the center of attention in a way that results in like getting thanks and things that you typically wouldn't end up getting. I think it's really awesome. I'm pleasantly surprised that we were able to get an episode that felt so different almost. And I didn't point it out throughout, but I was noticing as we continued, like something about, and it could just be the resorting back towards like the art style being slightly different from the two different versions, as well as the last episode's art style being like largely shifted too, because we're displaying everything through the lens of a film that was created. So of course the quality and everything would be largely different. But something about it, and maybe it literally was consistent enough with all the other episodes that aired with the original set, but maybe it's different. Something about the facial expressions we drew for her, something about just the general like smile or lighting and things that we use, things felt a little bit softer, a little bit lighter. They felt a little bit more genuine is almost what I'm looking for. And I think it came off really nice, and it demonstrates a side of her that we don't typically get to see, or typically doesn't get explored, because a majority, if not all of this, is told through a perspective of like Kyon. So us getting to be able to, actually see this in a different sort of light is nice. And I really like that we were able to tone it down in the way of like, he wasn't being negative or interrupting or really having any of these sort of comments that he typically would end up making throughout the performance, like before or even after. And he kind of just let everything play out as it was. It ended up, it was really nice. I thought it just came out to be super sweet and getting to demonstrate an awesome side of her, a side of her that we get to see is largely still missing and has that hole within her of wanting to find that general connection with people. And unfortunately is like trying to capture all of that through these things, like through these other like insane sort of methods. But at the same time has the ability to draw so many people to her and has the ability to be that person who takes that charge and takes up those ideas of just like, even at the end, hey, why don't we start a group? Why don't we do this? Why don't we do whatever it is? And her mind moving so fast, but longing almost for this feeling of wanting to be kind of a part of something or wanting to start something, which is where we have to be the leader. We have to be the one who's in charge of this group. We have to be the one that other people come to and like almost want something for. And we get to see demonstrated almost again within this, but it just something about it, like, and even her own idea of like, you just see these people who are gearing up towards doing something and then it gets ripped away from them. Don't you feel kind of bad? And if you can do something about it, wouldn't you do something about it? It's like this mindset that you're like, honestly, not really where I would ever expect you to kind of go, but it makes enough sense where it is. And I was even thinking that as we passed, they were showing like the rain and everybody started running inside and they ended up showing some of the booths of the people who were standing outside. And I'm thinking in my mind when I see that, I'm like, I feel really bad. Like I never really thought about that too much, but when these things get rained out, especially those who have like the class things that they've been building up and you can do these inside, we have the concert, like whatever else. So many people have stands and activities and things that they prepared for to do outdoors that nobody's going to be able to see that they work so hard for. And it breaks my heart to say, like, I just don't like that at all. And I feel really bad about it. So now having somebody who is taken upon like an opportunity to do something, to not let somebody's festival and not let their last years and their hard work and everything go completely to waste and be the person who can step in and actively be that sort of bold change that is needed, I think is awesome. And to do it on such a subtle level in comparison to like the extraterrestrial things that we're essentially building up throughout the series and them having, I think it demonstrates almost like where a worldview that she could be having is, but showcase that it's capable of finding and achieving those sort of things, even at a smaller level. Well, it doesn't have the name or even the glamour and like the just otherworldly ability that some of these other things that she's really like after and she's trying to capture in a way. It's different. It's at a more subtle, a more personal sort of and like relatable and connectable level to these, to literally everybody else in your everyday life. But being able to be that person who reached out her hand and does that, I think it's so cool. So much of this was awesome. I absolutely loved it. And the performances came out to be really, really strong. Which I like as well. I didn't pay enough attention to the lyrics as they were coming up. I do that often when music and songs play. People are always like, oh, go back and pay attention to the lyrics of the opening or something. I just don't be doing that. And I don't know. It's a me thing. I just like to kind of take it all in as it goes and not overly like focus on that sort of stuff, because there can be meaning and there usually is, and it demonstrates like a perspective or something from a character or the way that they like just outwardly see something or they feel in a way, and sometimes it's really important. And I'm not going to act like it's not here, but it's just like a personal thing. For whatever reason, I'm never that interested in going to do it. I like to just visually have it continue on and allow these things to come to life a little bit more as we go through the series. So when I don't go through and start reading the lyrics and diving into them, if there's any importance, I apologize. It's just it's a me thing. I don't be doing it. So we go throughout our day, which all turns out pretty fun. I like festivals. I think that they're great because they feel active at times. This one, I don't necessarily think it does a great job at feeling that. And what I mean by active is like, it almost feels like every single person and everything is like playing a moving part in kind of what's going on. There's not a lot of them that I think do that, like in other shows either, for reference. So I'm not acting like this is a bad one. I just don't get the vibe, almost like there's something about it that makes you feel like you're there and you're experiencing everything. Whereas I don't necessarily get that feeling here. I feel like we're just like, we kind of flash to a few different moments and then that's a little bit it. But I do think the way that they visually showcase some of the stuff works really well. And I like the quick little cut, because like there's no point of us focusing overly on Yuki. We know the type of job and everything that she's kind of doing, as well as we end up getting with the play here. And then the constant inclusion of like running back into our friends and having them be people who are relevant and kind of driving us to go and maneuver around to different areas is fun. The outfits are cute. I like how she just like brings us to the front and then makes us wait 30 minutes for it. And the fact that everybody in the class is well aware of the fact that Mikuru isn't to be trusted holding any of this stuff is great. Gotta look for some chicks. Yeah, I'm good off of that. Everything's going over so well. And then we just get some flashes forward here. And I think that this is like what I mean, like they're trying to pass that time and give you that feeling by demonstrating like the darker like weather is kind of coming in constantly as he's taking up form here. We're passing time with the different performances and things that happen. But it just doesn't feel as alive, and it doesn't feel like we're like going through and really experiencing a lot of this stuff as much as maybe I would particularly like. But to be fair, that's not also the main goal of what we're trying to do. We're trying to lay groundwork and set up a performance and a surprise and things that are actually going to be happening here, and telling a lot of stuff through a perspective of somebody who isn't necessarily trying to live and go through that sort of experience either himself. So like it's not necessarily trying to do that. It's just more of a personal preference of like I like when we kind of make the festivals feel a little bit more alive through Haruhi's general wish, likely of wanting more people to be able to see this and have this final experience go over well. We forcibly make it rain outdoors and bring more and more people in who actually are a little bit more alive and become a bit more alert to what's happening here, as opposed to just falling asleep like Kyon was. So we get a packed house completely for this. Awesome with the song, the performance, visually everything looks really good. She has some great facial expressions all the way throughout, which I like. And it feels largely different for her in a way, too. Truly just proud of the things she's doing. What a substitute. I like the little solos that you give them a chance to do. And you're like, this is this person, and they play their little part. I think it's really cool. Like this, when we skip to this and everybody's stuck outside, like I feel so bad. They probably worked so hard and prepped everything up so much, and then nobody's going to be out there to be able to participate. Like, it sucks. And then now we got to talk about it. What's kind of going on here? She lays it out a little bit for us. It's really sweet. I actually really like and appreciate that we get this sort of moment with her a little bit here too. And then look who wants to come play and say their thanks. Then look who shows up and wants to give out their thanks, which is something that she immediately like shuts down in a way, right? She looks down, she gets all like a little bit shy about it. Doesn't want to have this encounter. It's all new and so different for her, and she doesn't necessarily know how to take it. She has to bring somebody with her to help build up the confidence a little bit to approach and actually get all of this. And even them saying like, thanks, it's all because of you. Immediately the smile going away from her face and being like, fuck, like she just doesn't know how to take it. I like that a lot. It's not something that she goes into activities expecting, right? Not something that she's received before. Not something that she even goes in and like wants to end up hearing back from you. And I like how he's like, I just happened to be stumbling outside here. Look who he finds. And it's really sweet. Wants to build up all this stuff. Wants to start the club and everything. I like it a lot. She gets all embarrassed throughout too. It's super cute. And as always, she has the ability to instantly take somebody's hand and move forward and be like, we're going to go do this. No thoughts in the head outside of, we're going to make this work, no matter how difficult it is. This episode's great. I think it's fantastic. I absolutely adored it, and I'm super excited for more now. The one-offs have been really strong, which is good, because when you get like mixtures of like, here's just one episode here or there, and then arcs in between, sometimes those can end up feeling like not too great, you know? So I like the idea that it feels as strong as it does. That's going to be all from me. Hopefully you enjoyed. Check out the Patreon for early access and timers and more episodes on the series, as well as others. If you like this at all, hit the like and subscribe. They do mean a lot to me. Feel free to check out the videos and channel and make comments with this sort of series. I'll be back for episode 27 next Friday. I hope you guys have a great one. Peace.